Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Time Dilemma. Sorry, it's been a week. Yeah, usually my brain just gets like out into the void once I get into those kind of things. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I see. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what had happened in the last episode. But yeah, it was. We're in part 3. I hate that we're in the. I hate that this puzzle took me 3 episodes at this point to complete. Yeah, let me check the sound again. In no way in hell will I remember that same order. It's still the same order. Each note sounded once for a total of 8 notes. Maybe we need to play it again in that order. Play what? Oh, play what? The instrument over there? No, we just placed the keys into the thing. Anyways, sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. But yeah, essentially, one. I think that was 2. Maybe not. See, now I'm forgetting because I freaking hate that the reading comes after. I don't know why the reading has to come after you have to do the thing. It just doesn't make sense. But thankfully we got the memo again. But yeah, last episode we were continuing with the puzzle. We're still in the stupid puzzle, because they put so much emphasis in the puzzle. I mean, it's not a stupid puzzle, but it's good. But it's just that it's too long. Like there's too many puzzles going on, to the point where I'm trying to like. Yeah, I was right. Okay. But yeah, like it's just the puzzle runs for too long. And so it was just like giving me a bad time to deal with this. Sorry, I'm trying to throw my memories in here a little bit. Sorry, I'm drawing terribly, but you know, you're gonna have to do that. Okay, so that's the order that I memorize a bit here, so that would be the case. So if anyone takes a picture of that, I guess that's what they'll see if they need that for the guide of memorizing it instead of just like take a snapshot of this video or whatever. But yeah, otherwise I just hate the fact that this puzzle went for too long, but I hope not all the puzzles are like this. I mean, I remember back in Virtue's Last Reward that these puzzles would like last for longer than they should be. So it always bothers me the most. Which one is which? This one? This one is too close to this one, and so I don't really know if it's the right one sometimes. It's this one we need. I know that. Can you... I just wish this was more intuitive, though. I know that. Can this be a bit more intuitive and, like, letting me just place the thing without having to constantly be, like, whatever? I already did this. Can we... Is this not the right key to the thing? Excuse me, game. Can you let me... I'm trying to get this middle one started, but it seems like they're not placing it back in there anymore. Unless you're telling me I have to place it, like, elsewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to place it back into the slots, right? Oh, no. You're telling me I have to remember it here, I guess? Oh, okay, I guess. We can't put it back in the slots. We have to put it back in this slot. Okay. Sure. I guess that's how it goes. That's so dumb. Okay, so, the 5th one would be the first. One... I don't think you guys can see the cursor, but left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this, and then this, and then it's all the way to the right, and then all the way to the left. First 2, and then the 3rd to last, this one, and then this one. Alright, we completed it. Alright, cool. Really dislike this puzzle because it's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's lengthier than it should be, but that's where I was kind of a little annoyed. I do remember Virtue's Last Reward had ones that did drag longer than usual, but this is just that unique first puzzle that drags longer than usual that kind of bothers me the most. I think having a puzzle that lasts longer than it should be was annoying. I think the only one caveat was me not understanding that the last key was hidden in that little that little red tubing thing that was in one of the rooms, one of the colored rooms, which kind of confuses me a little bit, but I guess they try to make it a bit more complex by hiding in places and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, so the last 2 episodes was pretty much this puzzle room. So I don't know. Oh, good. It played okay. Okay. So now what? Wait, was that thing just sitting in there all that time? Just a button. Oh. Still a rookie. Achievement unlocked. You found it. Man, there was a lot of notifications right there and then. That looks like a button.
なんだこれは。
ボタンですね。
押してみるか。
バカ、文字が読めないのかお前は。
ワーニング Do not press this button.
Oh, okay.
警告。このボタンを押してはならないか。だが、ならばどうすればいいというのだ。この部屋の中は一通り調べた。しかし、扉のロックを解除するためのものなどどこにも。
あと他に手をつけていないものといったら、このボタンだけですね。
I guess this is the choice.
押すぞ。
待て、早まるな。
どうして？
だから警告文が表示されてると言ってるだろうが。
だったら何か。お前は部屋から出るなという警告文があったらずっとここに閉じこもったままでいるのか。こんなものはただの脅しだ。もしも本当に押してはならないボタンだったらこんなところに出てくるはずがないではないか。
罠だったらどうする？
罠？
押すなと言われれば押したくなるのが人間の心理。つまりこれは餌なんだよ。この警告文を表示することでゼロは我々にボタンを押させようとしてるんだ。
それで押したらどうなると？
何かよからぬ事態が発生する。
よからぬ事態とは？
誰か一人、もしくはここにいる全員が死ぬとか。
バカな。
ちょっといいですか？もしもこれが私たちを殺すためのボタンだったとして、どうしてそんなものをゼロはここに設置したりしたんでしょう？だって変じゃないですか？私たちを殺す方法なんて他にいくらでもあるのに。
その通りだ。バングルの中に毒薬を仕込んでおくとかな。わざわざこんなボタンを使って我々を殺す必要なんてどこにもない。
ゲームなんだよ。
ゲーム？
ゼロが言ってただろう。ディシジョンゲームってやつだ。ボタンを押すか押さないか、その決断によって我々の運命が変わる。とにかくこのボタンを押すべきじゃない。
押さなければ手詰まりだ。永遠にこの部屋からは出られんぞ。
仮にそうだったとしても人生が手詰まりになるよりははるかにマシだろう。
See, I don't know. We don't know.
平行線ですね。
This is the Schrodinger's cat
多数
thing.
決でも取りますか？
私は押すべきだと思う。
Oh,
私は押すべきではないと思う。
of course it relies on her to
ダイ
decide.
アナは
Seriously, it always...
私は
Obviously, it had to end on Diana, aka our player's decision. Honestly, I don't know. There's no point in this, really. Honestly, oh, there's a literal like timer.
何が起こるかは押してみなければわからない。そうだろ。
Oh, come on, you kidding me? So I have to wait out the timer if I feel like it? What the frick is this? I don't know, really. Can I
ダイア
pause?
ナ、いいか、間違っても押すんじゃないぞ。
Oh, I can pause it. Cool. Because I don't like the talking while I'm trying to think about it out loud here. Yeah, I don't know. Like, of course this ends up being a, like a branching situation. Once you hit it, we don't know what the heck, like, does this affect what happens, beyond that point, and we're locked out of the other stuff? Or are we just, like, or does it not matter? I think that was one of the things I wanted to bring up at the beginning of this episode was my feelings so far about this game. It feels so disjointed because I don't know what the other people in the teams are gonna do. there's no linearity, like linearity. Linearity, is that a word? God, there's no linear like storytelling that's just like coherent for me. It just seems so disjointed. Like everything is all split into pieces, which really bothers me the most because it's like you're relying on your memory to figure out what you did in that one room, and then you have to like figure out like how that's gonna affect the other players and stuff or other team characters. But I'm like, if they're doing like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 of these puzzle rooms and having almost no story points that lines up with each other, instead they're all like kind of happening at the same time, makes it a much more complicated story than it unnecessarily needs to be. And bothers me the most that we're at this point where we have to decide to push a button or not is kind of like the weirdest choice I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think that's why their excuse is not to put any sort of linear storytelling bits to make a choice from there. Instead, they're just forcing us to do this arbitrary or random button press that we just don't know if it will result in something good or bad if pressed or not pressed. But at the same time, do I care? No, because that's the problem. I don't know what what the threats are, what the conditions are. It's just saying, again, like a Schrodinger's cat. We don't know if anything will happen if we press it or we don't. We have to just somehow press it at some point, right? So I think I'd rather take the risk and press it and just be a dumbass and get the results we get, or don't press it and then leave it as is, and then we'll come back to it, I guess, at some point. But I don't know. I just feel like this is kind of a really weird ass puzzle that I don't think we should have to begin with. But I'll press it. I don't care honestly anymore. I'm too tired of this. The stress is not there if we're just gonna.
No.
She actually pressed it like that. If we die, we die. Who cares? I don't give a damn anymore. Oh! We die! That's the... we nuked the whole place. Game over. Ending 2. We reached ending 2. Oh, wait. Gotta go back in time. Achievement unlocked. Oh, I'm in a new episode, so I have to save. Actually, we're doing 3 episodes today, so for this session, so I'm gonna have to I have to save over all these episodes, unfortunately, when the time comes. Wow, that was amazing. we just like, yep, done, dead. Don't press the button. Okay, fine. Actually, what does this look like in the flow? I just realized we never got to see what the flow was. Okay, so that's where that was. Okay, so it ends there. So if we don't do that, we effectively help a team later on, it seems. We seem to help a team later on down the line here to reach some sort of ending, I guess. So yeah, if we didn't press the button, this leads to whatever this is. I don't know whose team is what here. So I guess each team has their own thing going on there. So that means one of the teams here will be involved with this choice to split us up or continue forward there. Okay, sure. Okay, we'll go back to that decision and just, like, not press the button, I guess. I just wish that it didn't have to make me wait a minute just to make that decision. But at least we've got an ending. I was like, I don't really know. Like, this decision makes no sense to me to begin with because I just barely got here. Or I just finished this puzzle already.
なんだこれは。
ボタンですね。
Oh, wait, I can see it. I forgot about that. Thank goodness that we can save the clips. Thankfully, we can skip that. So we just need to wait out the timer. God, they're gonna speak on this button stuff. I just really hate this.
何が起こるかは押してみなければわからない。
Never trust Sigma. That's the rule here at this point. I hate that this is a timer button. Why can't it just give it like 30 seconds? 30 seconds is enough. 60 seconds is too much, I think. A full minute for nothing is like stupid.
ゼロは押すなと言っている。ならば逆に押すべきだろう。
But who the hell?
ゼロは我々の敵なんだぞ。
Who the hell lines up this nuclear button in this random room?
とても嫌な予感が。
Sure. But I honestly think it's just the weirdest thing.
もしもこいつが時限爆弾の解除装置だったらどうする？その場合は押さなかった方がアウトだ。
Sorry, really, we already seen what the button does. This is the bomb
押す
button.
なよダイアナ。
押すんだダイアナ。
I like how Sigma's
ダメ
just
だ
pushing
絶
it.
対に。
押せ！
Yeah, this intensity is annoying. The choice is made. Alright, what's gonna happen now? Is it just gonna end us? Oh. What are you? Chicken? Achievement unlocked. Wait, what? How does that make sense?
扉が
開いた。
How does that make any sense?
ほ
That
ら
it
な
just...
だから言っただろ。
How does that make any sense? It just opened the door because time passed? It didn't really even specify that. What the frick? It just randomly opens the door after you literally don't press the button. That just makes zero sense because it doesn't state that, like, oh, in a few seconds you'll be opening the door. Like, it doesn't feel that way. It just feels so random. I don't know. I think that's like the most randomest thing in this game so far. Like, this is like early on, and I'm like, this is the most randomest thing.
ボタンを押さずに待ち続けたから扉が開いた？
それ以外に考えられない。
いや、そうとは限らんだろう。仮にボタンを押していたとしても、同じように扉は開放されたかもしれん。
やれやれ、強情だな、じいさん。
とにかく外に出ましょう。グズグズしてたら扉が閉まっちゃうかもしれませんし。
Well, that's the end of that one, I think. Right? Yeah, sort of.
シグマさんって本当はおいくつなんですか？
肉体は22。
Okay.
心の方はもう67年も生き続けている。
67年？
言っただろう。私の意識は2074年の未来からやってきたのだと。
その時シグマさんは67歳だったということですか？
本当はもっと複雑な経緯があるんだがね。しかし簡単に言うとそうなる。
もしかしてファイさんも？
No.
ああ、確かにあいつも私と同じ2074年の未来からやってきた。だが私とは違ってあいつの心は若いままだ。確かまだ20歳ぐらいではなかったから。
Wait, what?
つまり2074年の20年前2054年に生まれたと。
いや違う。
Huh?
あいつが生まれたのは2008年だ。
What?
でもそれじゃあ計算が。
あいつは2029年の4月から2074年の1月までポットの中で眠り続けていたのだよ。
Oh, so she will be sleeping
ポ
into...
ット？
コールドスリープの機能を持った装置のことだ。したがってあいつの人生にはおよそ45年間の空白期間が存在することになる。
だからファイさんの場合は心も体も20歳のままだと。だけどどうしてなんですか？
何が？
シグマさんとファイさんが時間を遡ってきた理由ですよ。
シフト現象のことか。
シフト？
スペースタイムヒューマンインターナルフラクチュエイティングトランスファーの略だ。要するに人間の意識が時空間を転移する現象のことで、例えばそうさっきのボタンの
The face! It's just like, yeah, we're gonna talk about science, and then look at Diana's face. She's like, oh god, what's going on? I can't understand any of it. I'm sorry, I had to point that face out. That face is like hilarious to be just seeing that. Okay, okay.
ことを考えてみてくれ。我々はあのボタンを押さなかったから今ここにいる。だがこの時空間のどこかにはあのボタンを押した場合の世界も存在するはずだ。この世界はあるいは歴史は瞬間瞬間の選択によって無数に枝分かれしていく。そこには別の君がいて私がいてファイがいる。それら異なった歴史上に存在する肉体、そこへと意識が飛び移る現象をシフト現象というのだよ。
にわかには信じがたいですが。
事実だ。
って言われても 具体的なメカニズムを教えてもらわないと。
なるほど。メカニズムか。一言で言おう。わからん。
何ですかそれ。
軽薄な物言いに聞こえたかな。しかしこれは45年間も考え続けてきた結論なのだ。シフトの方法は分かっている。だがなぜシフトが起こるのかについては。
待ってください。今シフトの方法は分かってるって言いました？
ああ。
それって
必要な要素は2つ。添付の際と生命の危機だ。要するに生まれつき能力を持った人間が絶対絶命の危機に陥った時、シフト現象は起こるということだ。
じゃあシグマさんとファイさんもその能力を？
子供の頃何度か不思議な出来事を経験したことがある。友達と釣りに行った時、私は誤って足を滑らせ真冬の湖に落ちてしまった。気がつくとそこは自宅のベッドの上。日付は翌日に変わっていた。私は学校へ行き、友達に尋ねた。昨日あれからどうなったのだと。すると友達はこう答えた。お前と釣りになんて行っていない。約束はしていたが、突然お前が断ってきたんだ。他にもある。車にひかれそうになった次の瞬間、学校の体育館に飛んでいたり、家の屋根から落ちた直後にスクールバスで目覚めたりな。もちろんその時は何が起こったのかわからなかった。ただリアルな夢を見ていただけだと思い込んでいた。だが今ならわかる。私はシフトしたんだ。別の歴史の世界へ。
Pause. I gotta pause that there. I think this is truly an interesting explanation, and I think it's truly simulating. I think it's truly simulating that exact feeling, because he's saying like, "Oh, I dropped in the pond or the lake or whatever, and then I wake up, I'm in bed, and I went to school. Find out my friends said that I canceled on them." And it's kind of like that here, where we're kind of disjointed and like just like all over the place almost. Like one thing we're in this puzzle room, the next thing we're in some other teams with the puzzle room or different teams for something else. And it's feeling much like that right now. Like it really does make sense now what's going on and why the story is so stupidly confusing. And I just don't like that just disconnected ourselves from it in a weird way. And I think that if this was the first thing we got to learn about the shifts stuff, it makes sense, I think, with this explanation being the first thing you see, I think. But I don't think that we would see this conversation again for other characters, I believe, personally, because I'll probably talk about some other scientific, game historical thing that will probably be more related to those characters, to whatever they are. But I feel like a lot of this game would probably have to re-explain a lot of things that we learned from the two other games, 999 and Virtuous Last Reward, where it feels like it does kind of stub the toe of the other two games, because they've already explained it already, and they're not re-explaining it in this point. They're making new explanations for no reason at all, I feel like, or trying to, I wouldn't necessarily call it retcon, but it just feels like it's just overwriting some of the stuff that they presented in the other ones, or that they left as mysteries for the game. Because Shifts was a mystery, I think. Instead, we were just reliant on this pod situation thing, and then saying that we have to just make sure we go back in time to fix things. But, I don't know. Anyways. Is that the end of the scene, I guess? Yeah. Is that it, please? No?
ところで、ファイはどこだ？
あれ？いなくなってますね。
Yeah, she was playing...
さっきまでガブと一緒にいたはずですけど。
Yeah. Huh? Oh, voting time?
現在の死亡者をお知らせします。C チーム、カルロス、アカネ、ジュンペイ。
What?
Q チーム、エリック。
Huh?
以上、4名が死亡しました。
How?
よっ
What?
て、これより4つの X パスを公開します。ファイヤー、クラッシュ、 アイス
Uh,
以上です。
そんな。
what is
4
the
人が死んだったと。
what are those keywords mean? So I have
一
to
体どういうことだ。
処刑されたんだ。
most likely.
処刑。
13時30分の投票のことですよ。
Oh.
あの
Ah.
投票のせいで C チームの3人が。
いや、
あー
それはおかしい。あの時ダイアナが選んだのは9チームだったはずだ。
Yeah.
本当ですか？
え？
私は本当に9チームを
Yes, you did.
何を言っている。
覚えてないんです。あの時私がどっちのチームに投票したのか。
バカな、ありえない。13時30分の時には記憶消去薬は打たれてないんだぞ。
知っています。だけど。
待ってくれ。もう一つ可能性があるぞ。 もし
Give me a second. Alright, apologies. Apparently got distracted by someone outside telling me to do something or say something. But anyways, sorry. Back to this scene.
しかしたら3チームで票は分かれたのかもしれない。その結果どのチームも処刑されずに全員が生き残った。
でも実際に。
分かっている。だから C チームが全滅した理由は他にあるのではないかと言ってるんだ。
Puzzle room.
例えば仲間割れを起こして互いに殺し合ったとか。
Maybe.
まさか。何を根拠にそんなこと。
根拠はない。確かにな。だがそれを言うなら処刑の場合だって同じだろ。 C チームが処刑されたという根拠なんてどこにもないではないか。
Yeah.
そもそも本当に死んだのかどうかだってわからない。
That could be true.
そうだろ。
Hmm? Wait, what? Oh, I see. She probably got the memory the memory of what they're going through in her brain, like injected right off. That's what is with these faces they keep putting these characters through? Can we stop putting Diana's face in a weird, oh my god, oh, like it's so weird. I mean, I guess they're trying to put a point where her brain is like getting zapped into this like Final Destination face look, I guess. I don't know if you guys have seen Final Destination, honestly, but almost all the movies, the first person who gets their vision in those movies all have the similar like shock face. Some probably cry like a tear or something because they know that they're gone or something, but at the same time some of them are like just truly shocked and their mouth is like half open and their eyes are wide. It's like exactly that, but with Diana just doing it in a game form, which doesn't look great. To me personally, it doesn't look great. It just looks funny instead.
とにかく C チームが処刑されたのは間違いないと思います。
By their puzzle game.
なぜわかる。
わかるからわかるんです。
Yeah, she saw it.
ではエリックが死んだ理由も。
Probably the vote.
それは。
Eric probably died from the vote, I think. Oh? What? Why did we get to see a picture of his death? What?
なんてことだ。
嘘でしょ。
I think it's from the vote.
誰が一体こんなことを。
I think Spy's gonna be dead too.
旧区画にいるのは。
ミラとそれからもう一人。
And the kid. I forgot his kid name already. C? No. Oh? Red alert.
停電というわけではなさそうだな。
It's an emergency. Probably. Really, Phi? Are you gonna do this? This is Phi, most likely. Really? Are you serious? You're gonna kill Diana? Dangerous.
大丈夫ですか。
He's
シ
dead.
グマさん。
He stabbed. Phi stabbed him.
ダイアナ逃げろ。
そんなシグマさん置いてなんて。
私が言っても足手まといになるだけだ。
Yeah, there's nowhere to run either.
その傷。
いいから行け。
Yeah, that's Phi probably trying to stab him.
さあ早く今のうちに。 ファイを呼んでくるんだ。急げ。
Get Fi here. I mean, Fi's literally the hooded figure. I'm pretty sure there's nobody else in the room besides her. Wait, are we in a puzzle room? Are we doing a puzzle on our own? Oh, is she just running around the whole gauntlet of rooms that were connected in our space? Oh, back to this room again. Fi, what the heck?
どうしたんだ。
シグマさんが
Then who the hell's the hooded figure? The hooded figure looks like Fi to me. What the heck? Sigma's dead. He's been stabbed to death or whatever.
あそこだ。
Yeah, he's bled to death at least.
シグマさんしっかりして。
ああ、ルナか。
Knew it! I knew he was gonna call it Luna. I was like, Diana's the one who kind of has an archetype similar to Luna. I think it's because not only does her look kind of feels familiar, it's her voice that feels the most familiar with Luna, which is the character in Virtue's Last Rewards. A bit of a spoiler, she is technically not human in that version of the game. She's technically an android, I think it was. I mean, there were other realities of her being human, but I think there was like some inconsistency in that story with Virtue's Last Reward. But the truth, I think, is that she's not really real. Like, she's not really human in that game, I think. But that's what I chose to believe. But yeah, it's still a mystery to know if she was an android or human. But she's most likely an android from what I've heard or what I've seen. Even though she's been stabbed a few times or stabbed in that game for whatever it is. But anyways, let's continue.
すまんな、ルナ。こんなことになってしまって。この歴史では過去の私が飛んでくることはないだろう。シフトの連鎖は断たれたのだ。従ってルナ、君がこの世に生み出されることは。
何言ってるんですか、シグマさん。私は。
いや、ルナだけではない。カイルもラゴモロフも
Who?
みんな。だがこれでよかったのかもしれん。
Who the hell's Kyle?
歴史は変わったのだ。人類は、この世界は
Will be ended.
きっと。
シグマさん。
So after this scene, essentially, he's stating that there won't be a Virtue's Last Reward. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, honestly, but also super duper random.
ダイアナ、辛い気持ちはわかる。あるいはお前よりも私の方が。
Huh?
だがここにいては危険だ。
Why?
いつ犯人が戻ってくるかもわからない。
その犯人って誰なんですか？
Yeah, who's the culprit?
この D 区画には私たちだけしかいないはず。
Yeah.
確かにそうだが、きっとゼロがどこかに隠れ潜んでいて。
隠れる場所なんてありましたっけ？
Oh, this.
お前まさか私のこと疑ってるわけじゃ。
I mean, the reason why I think it's Fi is because she had a very similar size, body frame wise, as Fi in the hooded figure. But also, we've been through this before in all 3 games, besides this one, of course, in all 2 games, in the previous 2 games, where they said, wouldn't Zero just be hiding somewhere in plain sight or in like some hidden like room somewhere around and they can access whatever? I mean, the Virtue's Last Reward debunked theirs for whatever that is, and 99 kind of did debunk theirs a little bit. But in reality, I think that like it's strange that we're still bumping into the Zero might be around and trying to do things to us. It's like, I don't really know. We will never know until the time comes where it's revealed, you know? Also, where's Gabu? Where's Gab? Where's the dog? Maybe the dog would sniff him out? Huh? She just runs off. Maybe the dog could sniff out who the killer is, maybe. Right? Like, you can sniff his blood. Sniff? Oh, well, that sounds weird. The doggies don't sniff blood. Yeah, Diana's probably gonna end here, her life. Oh! There's Fi still, I think. I think I remember seeing this part in the trailer, though. Oh! Fi's collapsed. She's stabbed in the back, too. That is so weird that she got stabbed, too. But...
犯人にやられた。
犯人ってゼロのことですか？
いや、おそらく違う。あいつはゼロじゃない。
じゃあ一体誰が？
ここから脱出するんだ、ダイアナ。私が死ねば死亡者の数は。
Yeah, because
何言ってるんですか、ファイさん。ファイさんは死にません。ごめんなさい。ファイさん。
Yeah, because it said...
私。
いいんだ。いいんだよ。お前が生き延びてくれれば、それで。
なんで、どうして。
ああ、なんだかいい気分だ。とても懐かしい匂いが。
Hmm.
ファイさん、ファイさん。
Okay, I guess. Just random. I don't know. This feels so random already for me. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm so confused about the whole thing. So does that mean the branching decisions aren't really much? Okay, yeah, so people's names, people who died had their
現在
words
の死亡
announced.
者をお知らせします。C チームカルロス、アカネ、ジュンペイ、
Mm-hmm.
Q チーム
Eric.
エリック、 D チームシグマ、ファイ
Yep.
以上6名が死亡しました。
So that means everyone
よ
else
っ
gets
て
escape.
これより6つの X パスを公開します。ファイヤー、クラッシュ、ファイブ、アイス、ダッド、タイム以上です。
Yeah, what is keywords? I'm wondering.
6つの X パス。これを入力すれば。
Yeah, because technically, it requires 3 people to survive, and then they would be able to leave. Only 3 people can survive and then leave, is what it is. Let me see. I don't know, like, okay, I'll leave it here for now for this episode. We're gonna call it for now because we're going a little bit over time. I want to see this for the next episode anyways. I didn't expect it to go further and further out into this episode. It was just kind of really random to me personally that the game kept going. I thought it was going to go to another team or end off there until the other team, but I guess they probably want us to kind of go through that. And I don't know, I'm surprised we're going through one of the endings so quickly. But then again, as I said, like, I'll probably shift around to the next team once we're done with this whole thing, because as I said, I want to see one ending or something like that and then get to the next branching, I guess. But I guess we're just gonna have to just willy-nilly our way through some random ass like puzzles and story pieces with these characters or teams. So yeah, I thought Fi was the one who killed Sigma, but I guess now that Fi is also dead, it means that there is a random killer. So maybe potentially the killer is the kid, because we didn't get to see their face, and they weren't in the similar size frame as, like, who's the lady in his team? Mira, I think? Yeah, it's not Mira. She doesn't look like that. So it's kind of most likely the kid, I think. The kid with the big head shape that he probably removed. And then he just started wearing the hood because he remembered something and he became the killer or something like that. Because he did mention something about some killer stuff. But anyways, let's finish this up in the next episode. I didn't expect it to go further than it should have, but we will go for that, and then we'll see where it takes us. I will probably continue. It seems like it's not gonna be clean episodes where I just be like contain this one thing into this one section of episodes, but then instead it's just like gonna be messy for me. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, that's it for this episode. Roz out.